A top story at this hour, Britain might just be heading toward a no-deal Brexit. So this is what has triggered it. Now, the UK Parliament has been suspended from the 12th of September to the 14th of October. The Parliament is currently in recess. Lawmakers will return to the Parliament in September, but days after they return to work, the Parliament will be suspended again. The House of Commons and the House of Lords has been prorogued from the 12th of September to the 14th of October. Now, this is happening at the request of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He requested the Queen to suspend the House, and the Queen has now approved it. Does the Queen have the power to do so? Well, she does. The power to, in fact, do this falls within the royal prerogative. Johnson said that when the Parliament returns from the recess, it will open with the Queen's address. The Queen will use the state opening to declare the government's agenda. Johnson said that his government's agenda will be an exciting one. But there is more to the story than this. One needs to remember that the Brexit deadline is knocking at Britain's door. UK is supposed to exit the European Union by the 31st of October. A suspension of the country's parliament at the, in fact, very desperate times is very surprising, to say the least. Now, the suspension leaves the MPs with no time to pass any law regarding Brexit. Parliamentarians also cannot do anything to stop a no-deal Brexit. Once the House resumes, the MPs will have just 17 days before Brexit hits them. This will leave them paralysed. Boris Johnson's decision to request for the prorogation has in fact angered a lot of British parliamentarians. Some from his own party also are not too happy right now. A Tory backbencher, Dominic Grieve, called the move an outrageous act. Grieve even warned that the move could lead to a vote of no confidence in Boris Johnson. US President Donald Trump had something to comment here. Trump tweeted that it would be very hard for Jeremy Corbyn to seek a no-deal confidence, in fact, a no-confidence vote against Johnson. Trump wrote in a quote here, Boris is exactly what the UK wants, in fact, has been looking for and will prove to be a great one. Now, British Speaker John Bercow said that the Prime Minister's move was a quote-unquote constitutional outrage. He added that it was obvious the move was designed to stop the Parliament from debating Brexit. Opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn has called the move unacceptable.
Suspending Parliament is not acceptable. It's not on. What the Prime Minister is doing is a sort of smash and grab on our democracy in order to force through a no-deal exit from the European Union. What's he so afraid of? That he needs to suspend Parliament to prevent Parliament discussing these matters. So when Parliament does meet on his timetable very briefly next week, the first thing we'll do is attempt legislation to prevent what he's doing, and secondly, we'll challenge him on a motion of confidence at some point.
The British Prime Minister has brushed aside all scepticism. Johnson said that the prorogation was not being proposed to usher in a no-deal Brexit. Johnson said that he did not want to wait until after Brexit to take the country forward. Self-confident approach.